Previously on round one of the FIA World Rally Championship. It's now time for round two and a very different landscape. Welcome to Mexico. The BP Ford Abu Dhabi World Rally team have left behind the snow and ice of Sweden and travelled nearly 6,000 miles to tackle the high-altitude gravel stages of Rally Mexico. Based in the colourful state of Guanajuato, the drivers can look forward to an atmosphere like no other, as fans flock in their thousands to welcome the WRC. It's Tuesday ahead of the event and time for the drivers to start their recce. They each get 2 passes through every stage to fine-tune their pace notes in preparation for the event. But it's not just the drivers and co-drivers hard at work, it's a full team effort, and at the remote lunch stop we catch up with chef Mick Maunder.
Today we've got pasta with tomato sauce, chicken and cream and rice, sweet chilli.
So is it difficult to find a location to kind of set this up? Because, you know, you're cooking on the hoof here, aren't you?
Yeah, sometimes we have someone who comes out maybe 2 days before and has a look, but otherwise we just kind of pull up and ask nicely, can we park in their forecourt?
Do you think all this food will be disappeared then by the time the drivers are gone?
It will, yes. We've got drivers, the wrecking mechanics, some management people. It will soon go. Thank you, Mick. Okay, now, speak to you later.
Owen, when we think of the recce, we think of the drivers and the co-drivers. We don't necessarily think of the mechanics being out and about. What is the mechanics' role during the recce?
We're basically support for the drivers. If they have a problem with their car, they call us and we try and fix it, and if not, we can we carry some spares and try and change things over. Or if then we have a spare car, you know, and we swap the car then.
With the recce complete, it's time for the media to have their chance to chat to the drivers in the relaxed poolside setting of happy hour. This time with a Mexican twist, as the drivers are encouraged to hit a traditional piñata filled with sweets in the hope they might break it. Jari Matti was the first to give it a go.
But I'm sure Jari Matti can do a bit better than that. But he was blindfolded, so you know, that's for sure a bit more difficult.
So, down to business. What do the drivers think of Rally Mexico?
Well, you come from -20 to +30, so it's 50 degrees difference. It's quite a big one if you think about it. But yes, it's nice to come to Mexico. It's a very compact rally. Stages are close to the service park. Service park is inside, and which is quite cool. That it's not too warm, and generally I've always enjoyed to drive here. We are driving the stages almost like 2.5 kilometers up from the sea level. So what it makes is that the air is thinner. So the air which the engine takes inside is thinner, so it doesn't produce so much power.
Is it going to be difficult being first on the road here?
Yeah, for sure you're going to lose a bit. Like you will have to clean the road a little bit, and it's such a hard surface here, and then just not much loose gravel on top, but just a little bit. That for sure I will be struggling a bit. It's so nice to be here after the Sweden, but also when we go to ceremonials at the Guanajuato, it's always been full of people. They are really enthusiastic about rallying, and maybe there's not so much people and spectators on stages, but they really love it when there's some action. So it's really nice to see that they are really enjoying it, what they see.
100th rally for Mikko. He doesn't seem old enough to have done 100 rallies, or indeed look old enough, but he has. This could be a special one if he does get that win.
Oh, he's definitely old enough. Look at the grey hairs that he's given me. No, I mean, you're right, he still looks very young, but he's done you wouldn't believe that he's done that many events. I think 80 of those have been in a Ford. So he's won 12 of them, so it's quite a good percentage ratio, and I'm sure that's going to even improve, because you know the way that he's tackling the events, the confidence that he's got at the moment, then I'm sure there's going to be many more victories this season.
After happy hour, it was time to meet the Mexican fans at the local Ford dealership, and they were keen to greet the drivers.
Gerard, centre of Leon to bring rally to the people. Miko is here signing autographs. Great atmosphere in this dealership.
Oh, it's fantastic. The atmosphere since we arrived here 2 days ago, it's just been unbelievable. And again, another great turnout at the dealership here. The way they've taken Miko and Yari has been fantastic. Yeah, the response to WRC, first and foremost, has been great. The way they're advertising it and promoting it, it's just unbelievable. I visited another dealership today as well, and it's just incredible what they've done and the way they embrace it. And the town, the city of Leon, Guanajuato, it's just spectacular what they're doing with WRC.
It had been a long day at the office for the whole team. Blue skies over the service park, which unusually is inside an exhibition centre in the heart of the host city of Leon. The sun may be beating down outside, but the crews will be cool inside the Polo Forum. The drivers have tackled a few runs of the shakedown stage this morning, and both cars have returned to service with front damage.
I think what's happened is there's a water crossing in the stage, and it's a very, very steep approach into it and out of it. And even though it's quite slow, I think it must be quite deep. And of course, the angle that they're hitting it with the nose of the car is basically causing all this damage. Basically, it's like it's a similar thing to sort of hitting a stone wall, but and obviously with the volume of water, and then that's why we've seen so much damage.
What kind of damage has been done? Is it anything serious, or is it just it looks worse than it is?
It looks worse than it is, but it's something that you can do without. And of course, the thing is, we have to effect repairs now, because, for instance, if we had a small leak or something like that on the engine radiator, on the cooling radiator, then of course that could lead to blowing up the engine. So we've got to be very, very careful now and make sure that we get everything 100% before the cars leave here. But it's a clear message about what Mexico is all about. This is the stages look smooth, the roads look wide and fast in a lot of places, but and then you see a car come back looking like this, and I'm sure there's going to be instances like this throughout the event.
Both cars will return to their former glory thanks to the expert work of the team's mechanics. After shakedown was complete, it was time for the team to participate in a charity run and raise money for sport relief. In the burning midday sun, it was certainly a tough training session. All the preparations for Rally Mexico are now complete. The drivers will tackle 22 high-altitude stages in the burning Mexican sun. A huge challenge awaits, and the BP Ford Abu Dhabi World Rally Team are ready to face it head-on.